Okay, students, listen carefully. Question is find the hybridization. Find the hybridization of carbon atoms. Okay, students, listen carefully. Example. CH3OH, methanol or methyl alcohol. Okay, what is the hybridization of carbon, dear students? This carbon is bonded with 4 single bonds or not? 3 single bonds with hydrogen and 1 single bond with oxygen. This oxygen has bonds of 2, like OH. Now, this carbon hybridization is what, dear students? sp3 hybridization. Now, the second one is HC double bond OH. What is the hybridization of this carbon? This carbon hybridization is this carbon is bonded with C double bond O. Means 2 single bonds, 1 double bond is present. At least 1 double bond is present. What is its hybridization? I said, dear students, its hybridization is sp2. Okay. Now see that one more important example. CH2 double bond C double bond CH2. Now what is the here 3 carbon atoms are present. This carbon CH2 have 1 double bond. This middle carbon having a 2 double bonds are present. 1 triple bond or 2 double bonds are present. Its hybridization is sp2. CH2 carbon hybridization is sp2. That middle carbon hybridization is sp. This end carbon having only 1 double bond. Around this carbon have 1 double bond is present. That's why this right side end carbon hybridization is sp2. But middle carbon hybridization is sp. 2 double bonds at 1 carbon atom is surrounded by the 2 double bonds or 1 triple bond. Then its hybridization is sp. Okay. Now let's see that CH3 bond C triple bond N. Now this first carbon CH3 all single bonds are present. Its hybridization is sp3. Then here triple bond is present. Its hybridization is sp. Hybridization is sp. Okay, students. So next one is like one organic compound is present, so it contains 3 carbon atoms are present. This hybridization of each carbon atom we need to identify. Okay, what is the hybridization of this CH3 carbon, dear students? These all are single bonds only present. That's why its hybridization is sp3. And this carbon 2 single bonds, 1 double bond is present. At least 1 double bond is present. Then its hybridization is sp2. 1 double bond only sp2. Okay, 2 double bonds or 1 triple bond, its hybridization is sp. Now it is sp2 hybridization. This is CH2. Here this carbon is bonded with another carbon and with single bond with oxygen. Then it becomes 2 hydrogen atoms. Total 4 single bonds are present. That's why its hybridization is sp3. Okay, so like that, whatever the organic compounds they are giving, so we can easily identify the carbon hybridization. So in organic compounds, carbon has 3 types of hybridizations are possible. One is sp3. When that sp3 hybridization is present, dear students, all our single bonds are present. Its hybridization is sp3. At least 1 double bond is present. Its hybridization is sp2. And one triple bond or two double bonds are present, then its hybridization is a sp. CH3 C triple bond H. C triple bond CH. This hybridization all single bonds. sp3 double bond sp. This double bond is sp hybridization. Sorry, triple bond sp and triple bond is present. Its hybridization is sp. So this is about hybridization calculations. Okay, students, clear for all? Anybody have doubts? Okay. Here now we will discuss about the calculations of sigma and pi bonds. Calculations of sigma and pi bonds. Calculate the number of sigma and pi bonds. So what is sigma bond, dear students? Sigma bond is nothing but a single bonds. Single bonds are called sigma bonds. Okay, sigma bond and pi bonds are nothing but one type of covalent bonds only. Whenever the organic compounds having all single bonds are present, those all we are considered as sigma bonds. And multiple bonds. Multiple bonds means double bond and triple bonds are present. Out of the double bond, one is pi bond, the remaining one is sigma bond. Triple bond is present, one sigma, the remaining two are pi bonds. Okay, so that is indication. So based on that, we can calculate, we have to identify the total number of sigma bonds and pi bonds present in the organic compound. This type of questions are repeatedly asking in NEET and JEE as well as in CET examinations also. So let's see that first one. CH3, CH, double bond CH. Like one organic compound is present, we have to find out the total number of sigma and pi bonds. Hydrogen atoms are present, always hydrogen atoms forms sigma bonds only. And multiple bonds, double bond is present, then it forms a pi bond. So this molecule is nothing but okay. This is now this carbon and hydrogen single bonds nothing but sigma bonds. This carbon carbon single bond is sigma bond, and one double bond is present, one sigma, one pi bond is present. Here triple bond is present, one sigma, the remaining two are pi bonds. So just you have to calculate number of sigma bonds. Number of sigma bonds is equals to how many hydrogen atoms are present here, students? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 CH sigma bonds are present. And carbon and carbon need to connect means at least whenever multiple bonds are forming, out of that multiple bonds, when one sigma bond must, then only they can able to exist pi bonds. So here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sigma bonds are present. Total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 carbon atoms are present in the open chain. They can able to form how many sigma bonds, dear students? Carbon and carbon sigma bonds 4. So total 6 plus 4 is equal to 10 sigma bonds. 10 sigma bonds. Next, number of pi bonds. How many pi bonds are present here, students? See here, one pi bond in double bond means here 1 pi bond, and triple bond means here 2 pi bonds. Total 3 pi bonds. Okay. Abhay, let's listen carefully. It's very easy. Hydrogen atoms always form sigma bonds only because it is single bond. See it in your mind, you have to keep it. Single bonds always sigma bonds. Single bond is always a sigma bond, and multiple bonds. In double bond has 1 sigma, 1 pi, and triple bond is present. This is triple bond. In the triple bond 1 sigma, 2 pi bonds. This is a hint. Okay, so based on that, now tell me this compound has how many sigma and how many pi bonds are present? Total single bonds 10 are present. Out of the 10, 6 carbon and hydrogen bonds, 4 carbon and carbon bonds. That's why total 10 sigma bonds are present. The remaining how many pi bonds are present? So the molecule, the given organic compound contains 1 double bond and 1 triple bond is present. 1 double bond means there 1 pi bond is present. 1 triple bond means there 2 pi bonds are present. 2 plus 1, 3 pi bonds are present. Understood, ma? Abhay? Just logic. Now understood? Yes. So this is this side. Whatever I am said, that hint you have to remember. Everyone has to remember. Very easy. I will give you one more example, dear students. Tetracyanoethane. This is tetracyanoethane. Means carbon and carbon having double bonds are present. 2 carbon atoms containing double bonds are present. That is called ethene. That ethene hydrogen atoms in that place CN group is present. CN means carbon and nitrogen having triple bond is present. So in this compound, how many sigma and how many pi bonds are present? Let inform to me. Tetracyanoethane. Its name is let inform to me. Tell me anyone answer. Yes, Rahul, very good. 9 sigma bonds. And how many pi bonds? 4 triple bonds are present. Means 4 to the 8 plus 1, 9 pi bonds and 9 sigma bonds are present. The single bond, sigma. This triple bond is present means 2 pi, 1 sigma. Total how many triple bonds are present? 4 are present. That's why number of sigma bonds. Carbon and carbon. Middle carbon has 1 sigma bond. The remaining terminal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Total 9 sigma bonds are present. And pi bonds. Pi bonds also 9 present. Yes. 9 sigma and 9 pi bonds. This is very very important. This question is repeated for JEE and NEET as well as in CET examination. Tetracyanoethene contains how many sigma and how many pi bonds are present? 9 sigma and 9 pi bonds are present. Okay students, this is open chain compounds. In open chain compounds, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbon atoms are present. They can able to form how many carbon and carbon sigma bonds? 6 carbon atoms are present in a open chain. They can able to form 5 sigma bonds only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because 5 minus 1 is equal to, sorry, 6 minus 1 is equal to 5. Means because it is open chain, it is cyclic, means what? 6 carbon atoms are arranged in a cyclic. Then how many carbon and carbon sigma bonds will form? 6 only. Carbon and carbon sigma bonds are 6. Now I will give you cyclic compounds. Examples. This is what is student cyclohexane, 6-member cyclic ring. This is bond line structure. Okay, this is a condensed structure. Now how many sigma bonds are present, how many pi bonds are present? Is there any multiple bond, double bond or triple bonds are present? There is no double bond and triple bonds, all are single bonds only. That's why each carbon hybridization is sp3 only. There is no double bond and triple bonds, means there is no pi bonds, only sigma bonds are present. So the number of sigma bonds, the number of sigma bonds is equal to 6 carbon and carbon sigma bonds, and each carbon having 2 hydrogen atoms are present. 6 to the 12 carbon and hydrogen sigma bonds are present. 12 plus 6, total how many dear students? 18 sigma bonds. Pi bonds, number of pi bonds is equal to 0. Very good, Nandini. Very good, man. Pi bonds are 0. Okay, I will give you one more example. Now, everyone has to calculate how many sigma and how many pi bonds are present for benzene. The molecular formula is C6H6. Is nothing but benzene is a 6-member cyclic ring having 3 pi bonds are present alternatively. So you want its bond line structure. This is bond line structure. Condensed structure do you want means how many 6 carbon atoms and 6 hydrogen atoms are present? Yes. Aishwarya, 1 pi bond. See here how many double bonds are appearing? How can you are saying 1 pi bond? So 6 sigma bonds is equal to 6 carbon and carbon plus 6 carbon and hydrogen, total 12 sigma bonds and 3 pi bonds. Yes, Abhay, very good. Number of pi bonds 3 are present because 3 double bonds are present. Double bond means what I said, 1 sigma and 1 pi. Triple bond means 2 pi bonds, 1 sigma. See, this is sigma, this is pi. This is sigma, this is pi. This is pi bond, one is sigma bond. Yes. So total 12 sigma bonds and 3 pi bonds are present. This is the way for the calculations of sigma and pi bonds. Okay. While discussing that objective, I will discuss you one shortcut formulas also. For hydrocarbons means carbon and hydrogen atoms only present. Then how to calculate number of sigma bonds and pi bonds. How to calculate number of sigma and pi bonds. Carbon and hydrogen means number of sigma bonds is equal to number of hydrogen atoms. See, I will tell you. Hydrocarbons. For hydrocarbons means what, dear students? Carbon and hydrogen atoms means X carbon atoms are present and Y hydrogen atoms are present. In that case, number of sigma bonds. For open chain only, not aromatic cyclic compounds. For hydrocarbons, open chain. Open chain hydrocarbons, number of sigma bonds is equal to X plus Y minus 1, where X indicates the number of carbon atoms and Y indicates the number of hydrogen atoms minus 1. Okay, next. Number of pi bonds. Number of pi bonds formula is two x minus y by 2 plus 1. 2x minus y by 2 plus 1. Okay, this is the formulas. Shortcut formulas, dear students. Let's listen, I will give you one example. C4H10. C4H10 contains how many sigma and how many pi bonds are present? Number of sigma bonds is equal to number of carbon atoms plus hydrogen atoms minus 1. 14 minus 1 is equal to 13. Number of pi bonds is equal to 2 into x, 2 into 4 minus y. Number of y means number of hydrogen atoms. 10 whole by 2 plus 1. 8 minus 10, yes. Equal to 0. Means there is no pi bonds. Only sigma bonds are present. Hence it is alkane. Sorry, alkane. CnH2n plus 2. General formula. Okay. In the same way, for example, C10 H18 is present. Then how many sigma and how many pi bonds are present? The number of sigma bonds is equal to number of carbon atoms plus hydrogen atoms minus 1. How many, dear students? 27. Very good. Next, number of pi bonds. Number of pi bonds is equal to 2 into x, 2 into 10 minus 5 by 2 plus 1. Upon simplification, 20 minus 18 by 2 plus 1. 20 minus 18 means 2. 2 by 2 is equal to 1. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. 2 pi bonds are present. Okay. So this is the formula, shortcut formula for calculations of number of sigma and pi bonds present in hydrocarbons, in open chain hydrocarbons, not cyclic. Okay. So it's very very important. Now let's listen. Next important concept is classification of organic compounds. Classification of organic compounds. Okay, dear students, classification of organic compounds. So, what are the different types of organic compounds are present and how they are classified? Everything I will explain you first flow chart. After that flow chart, I will give you examples. Everyone, don't worry. Huh? So, first organic compounds. OC. Organic compounds. They are divided into two types, acyclic and cyclic. Acyclic are open chain. Open chain organic compounds. Okay, the second one is cyclic. Cyclic are closed chain organic compounds. Chain or ring. Okay, dear students, acyclic. This is also known as aliphatic hydrocarbons. Aliphatic open chain hydrocarbons. Aliphatic open chain hydrocarbons. So these are again two types, saturated and unsaturated. Saturated is examples alkanes. Unsaturated is two types, alkenes and alkynes. Alkenes and alkynes. You know very well. Alkanes examples, alkenes examples, and alkynes. Alkanes means carbon and carbon having only single bonds. Alkanes means they having double bond. At least one double bond containing hydrocarbons are called alkenes. And alkynes means triple bond containing compounds. Okay. Now, again these cyclic compounds are two types. Homocyclic, and heterocyclic. Heterocyclic organic compounds. In homocyclic compounds again two types. See, this is acyclic. Acyclic means they doesn't have cyclic ring. Alicyclic. Homocyclic compounds are again two types: alicyclic organic compounds and aromatic compounds. Aromatic organic compounds. Yes, ma'am. Aliphatic means another name, different name. These open chain compounds are acyclic compounds, also calling as aliphatic open chain compounds. These are also called as alicyclic. Alicyclic compounds also called as aliphatic cyclic compounds. These are cycloalkanes. Examples: cycloalkanes. Okay, I will give you that later, that examples, alicyclic compounds and examples. Aromatic compounds again two types: benzenoid, benzenoid aromatic compounds. The second one is non-benzenoid aromatic compounds. Is very important. These aromatic compounds examples all are very important. So compulsory they are asking questions from this area. Among the following, which is benzenoid aromatic compound, which is non-benzenoid aromatic compound? Or among these compounds, which are aromatic compounds, which are not aromatic compounds? So other than this aromatic compound, the remaining all are not aromatic compounds. Heterocyclic compounds. What is the meaning for heterocyclic compounds, dear students? Homocyclic means the cyclic ring having only carbon atoms. The ring is formed by the carbon atoms. Those are called homocyclic compounds. Heterocyclic compounds means instead of carbon atoms, some other atoms like oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, some other atoms are present in the cyclic ring. Those are called heterocyclic compounds. Again, this heterocyclic compounds are classified into two types: aromatic heterocyclic compounds and non-aromatic heterocyclic compounds. Aromatic heterocyclic compounds and non-aromatic heterocyclic compounds. Non-aromatic heterocyclic compounds. So this is the flow chart. Organic compounds flow chart. So organic compounds, first cyclic or open chain. This open chain means also called as acyclic, and cyclic nature means closed chain or ring. Closed means two ends are connected, then we'll get one ring. That is called ring compounds, or closed chain compounds, or acyclic compounds. Okay, so now this acyclic or open chain compounds also calling as aliphatic open chain compounds, aliphatic open chain hydrocarbons. This aliphatic means some other name, remember that name. Sometimes this name also they will introduce while giving that examples. That's why just I mentioned some other name also here. So these are two types: saturated and unsaturated. Okay, so we will discuss this saturated and unsaturated first. Saturated hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbons, that is alkanes. Alkanes means we know very well. General formula is CnH2n plus 2, where n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because the alkane starts from one carbon. That is, if n is equal to 1 means methane. Simplest alkane is methane. Then ethane, CH3 bond CH3. So in lower classes, maybe I think you are studied maybe CH4, C2H6, C3, C3H8, C4H10, like that you are studied. But in higher classes, you don't remember this molecular formula. Alkanes, general formula is CnH2n plus 2, where n starts from 1, 2, 3, like n is equal to 2 means C2H6. That C2H6, how they will be connected, dear students? CH3 bond CH3 means all carbon atoms are single bonds only. Carbon having all single bonds only. So that alkanes, in alkanes, each carbon hybridization is sp3 only. 3 carbons means CH3 bond CH2 bond CH3. This is, so for this you want bond line formula means like V. This V, this middle indicates CH2, this end indicates CH3, CH3. Okay, next C4H10 means butane. CH3 bond CH2 bond CH2 bond CH3. 4 carbon atoms are connected in a straight chain. Okay, then the remaining tetravalency can be satisfied by the remaining hydrogen atoms. Now its bond line like this. Is it or not? So this is called butane. Butane, alkanes examples. Next, alkenes. Okay, dear students, let's listen. The second, alkenes. Alkenes means what, dear students? At least one double bond containing compounds. Double bonds and triple bonds. That is indicates that unsaturation. Saturation means all are single bond containing compounds are called saturated organic compounds. They having double bonds are present. Those are called unsaturated compounds. So multiple bonds. That is called multiple bonds. So that is present in alkenes and alkynes. Alkenes and alkynes. Okay. Alkenes general formula CnH2n. N starts from 2, 3, 4. So the minimum for how many minimum number of carbon atoms for alkenes? Students 2. So that is CH2 double bond CH2. Ethene. Okay. Next CH3 bond CH double bond CH2. Propene. This propane you want bond line representation means like this. CH3 bond CH 2 bond CH double bond CH2. But1ene, the double bond is at the end. This representation is being like this. Now this double bond you have to write in the middle like CH3. See, this compound and this compound molecular formulas are same, but the change in the position of double bond. Double bond position is changed. Is it or not? That's why these are called isomers. So that isomers are also belongs to what type of isomers? Means it is one type of structural isomerism. That is positional isomer. Means the position of double bond is changed. Here 1 and 2 carbons and here 2 and 3 carbons, in between 2 and 3. That's why those are called positional isomers. Okay, we will discuss that isomerism later. Don't worry about that. We will be here. We will be with you only. Okay. Now, but this is but1ene, this is but2ene. Now it's bond line representation. So like we can write so many number of alkenes. So that alkenes means at least they have one double bond containing compounds are called alkenes. More than one double bond also present. Those are also called unsaturated hydrocarbons only. If 2 double bonds are present, those are called dienes. 3 double bonds are present, those are called trienes. 4 double bonds are present, those are called tetraenes. Like different alkenes are present. Okay, ma, bye. Yes, I know. Time is over. Just 1 minute. Alkynes. I will add this. Alkynes. is the general formula of alkynes, where N starts from 2, 3, 4 onwards. Okay, students. Now the simplest alkyne is CH triple bond CH. This is called ethine. Its IUPAC name is ethine, or simply is called as acetylene. Its common name is acetylene. 3 carbons containing alkyne is CH3, C triple bond CH. Prop 1 ion. 4 carbons, Ut 1 ion. The same way, the triple bond is present at one end. You can write middle also. But 2 ion. The triple bond is present in second question, second and third. Here 1 and 2. That's why these two are also positional isomers. So this is about open chain. Open chain organic compounds or acyclic organic compounds. Acyclic organic compounds. Again, they are divided into saturated and unsaturated with examples and all. So the remaining cyclic compounds tomorrow we will discuss. Okay, students.